Somebody once told me this before I gave a best man speech. He said, people aren't going to remember if you mess up, and people aren't really going to remember what you say or even how you say it, but people will always remember the way you made them feel. These words have stuck with me through the years and were running through my mind on my way to India. When I was there, I visited a leper colony inside a slum in Maharashtra, where we met in a home built out of sticks and sheets of metal. As lepers, they were outcasts to their society, at the very bottom of the caste system, and a lot of them were even considered outcasts by their own families. One of the men there told us with tears in his eyes how he felt abandoned by his own son, who he felt didn't love him anymore. All of them were crowded in the outskirts of society, secluded in a slum away from people, which made these lepers feel like an eyesore and a burden. It was there where I felt the biggest cultural divide that was quickly bridged by the extending of the hand of lepers, welcoming me into their colony and country with flowers and songs. Even though my words to them via translator felt inadequate, knowing that I could never fully understand the gravity of their daily lives, we still shared smiles and laughter as we enjoyed taking photos that feature them individually and will be used to share their stories around the world. This made me remember the sentiment that people might not remember what you say or how you say it, but people will always remember the way you made them feel. In India, I learned that one of the greatest gifts you can give somebody is to make them feel seen. I saw this played out over and over again when I was visiting in many homes and street-side markets, then going into schools and an orphanage every day. I realized that there's this superpower that you have whenever you travel with a camera in your hand, especially in areas of extreme poverty. I had the direct ability to bring attention to anything or anyone. I could draw everyone's attention to one specific individual just by pointing my camera at them. It was a gesture that says, I see you, and I think that there is something valuable and beautiful about you in this moment, and I appreciate your involvement in this world so much that I'd like to capture. It is truly a superpower that makes people feel seen. I remember one time getting out of the vehicle in a public market area with my camera and huge lens causing a bunch of people to stare at me. They all initially looked at me with skeptical eyes, but whenever I'd put my hands up and give the universal sign for, do you want to take a picture? They would just immediately melt and start smiling like, do you mean me? I was able to make the faces of extremely hardworking men completely light up because somebody had seen them. It was such a joy to be able to do that.
Thank you.
I spent most days at an orphanage in an extremely poor area, and there's something almost sacred about having a tool that makes someone feel seen when their entire lives they've never really felt seen before and have often felt unwanted and forgotten. Whenever I would get to the orphanage in the afternoons, I would immediately be greeted by so many kids with smiling faces who all wanted to be seen. So they would often start swarming me a little bit, asking for their picture to be taken, saying, Sir, one picture, one picture. But it was never just one picture. Their laughter and smiles were the most valuable currency, and I learned so much from them, from welcoming others to loving people well, and even doing fun flips and things that they were really excited about, like really excited about. They actually even taught me how to do a backflip, but they called it a back jump, cheering me on, saying, go, back jump, back jump. Before going to India, I was expecting to be changed for the better by experiencing a place and culture that was so radically different from the context I knew in the United States. And I definitely was, but I wasn't really expecting these people and experiences to completely change not only how I see people, but my whole philosophy towards making art.
Thank you.
Now, whenever I'm photographing or filming, I'm always looking not for what shot might look the coolest, but I look for the people. Who are the people inside these moments that I'm able to capture? What are their stories that are unfolding right in front of me? And how can I draw attention to individuals in a way that makes them feel seen? This perspective also extends to everyday life. I want to always be looking for ways I can see individuals around me who may feel small or overlooked. How can I draw attention to them and highlight their uniqueness to others around me? I can't really think of anything more impactful than helping give a voice to the voiceless and doing so in a way that makes someone truly feel seen. All right, what do we play at first?